Hi Alex, it's me, Max, and I wanted to share some stuff with you because I haven't talked to you in a really long time, and that's just not cool. So, what I wanted to share with you today was something that I discovered because I was looking this stuff up for my research project for art appreciation, where I'm doing a slideshow on Solowit. But when I was doing this research, I found this group, and they're a group of artists, and I'm using that in quotes for a reason, and I'll get back to that later, probably, because they're called Stuckists. They're Stuckists, right? And they believe in Stuckism, and you can find a Wikipedia page, and they have their own website and everything. And these Stuckists basically hate all non-figurative art. That's like all art. So I was doing this project on Solowit, and I was doing this research for Solowit. I was doing research for my project, which I'm doing on Solowit, and I come across these guys, and I'm like, wait a second, they believe that all non-figurative art without a figure or form, like a person or a human being in it, shouldn't exist. They just don't like it at all. At all. And this really frustrated me because personally, things like Jackson Pollock, like the crazy paintings that we would see in fourth grade and be like, that's art. I don't know what. You still kind of fall in love with it, and it's frustrating. It's really frustrating. It's really, really, really frustrating that these people don't think that it's devil art. Basically, they're like, oh, go away, go away. I don't like this art. Why isn't there a person in it? That man has no face. That's no man. That's a melting clock. Actually, I think they would go with melting clocks because it's obvious what form they take. But abstract things that are just color and shapes, minimalism art, they don't think is art, and they actually they're what they call one of the things they believe in is anti art. But anti art isn't actually against art. Anti-art is making fun of art while actually making art at the same time. So you may know this artist. His name is Duchamp or Duchamp or Duchamp. I don't know what it's supposed to be called. But he kind of first made this anti-art. Now he was, for the most part, a comedian, a comedian artist. And he was one of the first comedian artists that was really an artist, but he was making fun of art. That's like being a comedian who only makes fun of comedians. Well, I guess that makes a lot more sense. Anyway, Duchamp made this really great, the first anti-art thing, and it was a painting of the Mona Lisa that he did. I don't actually wait, hold on. It might have been a postcard of the Mona Lisa, like one of the fake postcards. But what he did was he drew a mustache on the Mona Lisa, and then he signed it LHOOQ. And in one of the notes that he made about this, he basically ended saying that he thought Mona Lisa had one hot ass. He just takes one of the most famous, if not the most famous painting in all of Western civilization and just says that, man, that thing's got a hot ass. Signs it, puts a mustache on it, and calls it art. And he got away with it, too. He got away with it. That's so cool. How do you not think that's cool? That's amazing. That's so cool. And these people don't think it's art at all. I could kind of understand that, but the whole fact is that he's trying to break this mold of why are we so attached to one painting? I mean, it's just one painting, right? It's just one painting. So then he did it again with a urinal. He took an actual urinal, and it was like this, right? And you pee in here, and this is the top where the water comes in, right? And then he just turned it this way, or actually, excuse me, he turned it this way, so the back was on the bottom, and then the holes where the pee normally goes is out here, and then there's the thing where the water comes in. But he called it Fountain, and then he just signed it. It was just his name, Duchamp, 19, I don't know when he did this, 17? Yeah, I think he did this 1917. Boom, done. Next. Not only was it ready-made art, but more importantly, it literally did kind of look like a fountain. But everyone kind of knew, wait a second, I've seen that before. Oh, it's a urinal. Clever girl. These Stuckists don't believe that's like art. They don't like art like that at all. They wouldn't like Jackson Pollock. They wouldn't like this Duchamp fellow. These people are crazy. And the worst part is they didn't actually like form this group until 1999. So they're like pretty new and everything. And I kind of feel like they're just all figurative artists. Like they do the old master kind of arting, which we would call like the Mona Lisa is an old master style art, where it's like everything's really proper, everything's like properly, like placed and colored and like textured, and like everything looks real in a sense. And I feel like they're just mad because they're getting out of a job, because like everyone loves abstract art now. Like abstract art is really cool, in my opinion. And that's another thing. These people don't really think it's like an opinion kind of thing. They're a full-fledged group that is fully against non-figurative art and is like pretty aggressive about it. Like people don't make an entire group of their peers that simply say like, I'm not a big fan of potato chips. No, they're like, I want all potato chips dead. All of them. Like, but that's what these guys are with art, and it's like ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's like they just didn't get art at all. They didn't get abstract art, and they just hate it because they don't understand it. It's like abstract art. We learn about abstract art in like art appreciation. This is a 1000 course. If you are an art major, you don't get credit for this. That's how like plainly obvious it is, and how they expect you to know this stuff. And these people like hate it. What? It kind of reminds me of this analogy, or not really analogy, this true thing where I'm friends with some of my brother's friends, as you know. And two of them are really like love like punk rock music and like stuff like that. One actually is a punk rocker, mohawk, tattoos, the whole 9 yards, and then like 10 more yards. Like this guy's awesome. He's really great. They're both really nice guys, and they both understand my music, I suppose. It's not like they don't hate it, they don't like it, and they don't hate me for liking it, but they just don't like it themselves. And whenever we talk about like my music, they weren't like aggressive. They were just like, well, I don't like it because that doesn't have the body. And of course, I would argue that certain songs that I like do have body in it, but it's just not the kind of hardcore body that they're looking for. It's not the kind of hardcore body that they're expecting. So they just don't get it. But the thing is, they don't hate me for it. They don't want me to stop listening to it. They're totally fine with me listening to my music. It's just they're not a fan. They're not a fan. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna go. This is really long and I gotta edit it. I would like to see what your opinion is about this as an artist, because you did draw a lot, and I wanted to know what you thought about this, and also I wanted to know if you've been drawing lately, and I would love to see your drawings, if at all possible. Other than that, how are you doing? I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. See you soon. I hope so. Bye.